Okay, so it's spring of 2020. We're going to start out here in the front yard as we see what happens on this first week of spring 2022. As you can see the front yard, we're going to walk right by the great big magnolia that's growing splendidly. I've got to do some work up here on this front patch by the mailbox. All in due time. Look back at the house. Looks beautiful. We've got some garlic in here, some vinca. I gotta clean the vinca out of here. Let's walk past the Magnolia tree over to the dragonfly lemon tree. As we come up on it, it will have plenty of lemons in the late summer, early fall. But this is what the tree looks like right now. And we got some wild onions growing in the yard too. There's our crepe myrtle on the left, one of many. It looks pretty good itself. See the beautiful lemon tree buds up there on the front? Yes, they look gorgeous. Now let's walk over here and let's see what we can find. We find the newest pear tree that we planted, and it's got some new growth on it too. Probably a couple more years before it produces any fruit, but it is growing. Look at all that new growth. And there's the dogwoods. We can see some blooming on them already. Now let's walk over to the front of the house. And we're starting over here with the camellia bush, which we cut down a little bit. We got more to do. Probably trim up this boxwood a little bit more. And then we've got one of our pink azalea bushes over here in the front that's already bloomed out, and right behind it is the Japanese maple. There's a holly tree over here too. Let's go look back at the magnolia tree. It looks beautiful. A little sun in the background, coming along fine. And a couple more box bushes here. And there's a hydrangea in there too. And I have brought out some of the plants that we continually bring in and out. And there's that hydrangea. You can see lots of new growth on there. There's the front rose bush and the azalea bush behind it, doing really well. Lots of growth on this rose bush. Oh my gosh, I can't wait till the blooms start coming out. And looking at the front entrance, everything looks pretty cool right now. I brought the birdhouses, the ones we took down, and put them here at the front. There's the flowers for the plants for the yard. And boy, did this really grow. And let's pass by the front door, garage door here. There's the rosemary. Rosemary appears to be doing pretty well itself. Over here is another hydrangea back over behind the lattice, but we're in front of it, I'm sorry. Now let's walk back towards, yes, there's the boxwoods again and the hydrangea. And we come up over underneath the Japanese maple, passing the azalea, passing the boxwood again, and we're going to walk right by this camellia bush. I'm going to prune this back even further, probably get it down to about 5 feet high after all the blooms have come out on the camellia flowers. And there's a new birdhouse to the left, and this is where we end up at the front of the house. So everything seems to be springing out right now in the front yard. And as we look back, we can see the dogwood to the right, camellia bush, and the magnolia tree. And we're going to stop right there. We've moved to the backyard over here and got the ivy really cut back. Some blooms here. You can see the kale and the rose bushes over here to the right. This bush is beautiful. I can't remember the name of it. And over here, the rose bushes. I can't wait for them to start blooming with the pink one here on the right, very far right. And then there's two small ones between it and the next big one on the left. But look at all that new growth. That's amazing. I think that looks fantastic for this year. I can't wait for the blooms to come on. Like I said, there's two small ones down here. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. We got the kale out here on the front in the buckets. Seems to be doing pretty good, pretty big. I'm excited about that. Future salads. And there's a bunch of new growth on this rose bush here. Now you can look down and you see all the rose tips I've last fall got those cut back down to a decent height. There's the holly bush doing well as usual. Let's take a little walk back here a little bit further, and we're gonna go by the birdhouse that I replaced. One of the birdhouses that I replaced. Yep, and then you can see the cherry tree in the background as it is all bloomed out. Looks great. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. There's that birdhouse, and there's the backyard magnolia tree, which has done really well this winter too. Let's make a little sidewalk down here. And here we go back towards the back fence. And let's see what's growing on the ground here as the vinca is coming back. I need to get the weed eater out. Trim that back because we don't want that coming back. There you go, look to a part of the backyard. And there, like I said, there's the vinca down there on the back, on the ground. And let's see where we're going to go. We're looking back at the magnolia tree. And here I go. I'm going to take another side look at the yard and the back. There you can look back towards the front. And we're going to walk on up the hill just here in a second. But there's that whole back view from the corner. Let's go walk up the hill, as I call it, the hill a little bit here to your left. I'm going to go by the birdhouse. There's that magnolia tree. And we've got some growth on there down here. New growth. Yep, see there's a bunch of, I forgot, but I'll remember it in a minute. And we're going by the shed with the wheelbarrow. Some new growth down there. Some bulbs that Charlotte has planted down there. Don't remember what the bulbs are. You look towards the backyard, see the magnolia on the left. There's the peach tree that I took to cut back last year. And here's the Japanese maple we planted in the backyard. See how that comes out. Looking back towards the house, look at all that garlic and all our container growth going on. Bunch of greens in there. But this is Charlotte's dad's 6th or 8th generation of garlic. I'll put my hand down here so you can see how the size of it. It is amazingly big. The green. And there's a rose bush. Let's see, got some more yard art in the blue glasses. Collection of water in the Lowe's 5-gallon pails. Some more growth right here. And let's see. More bulbs back there in the background. I was showing from the other side. Here we go. Let's go back a little further and walk back towards the patio. There's that rose bush. It's in a container. There's the garlic. There's the solo bonfire. And we've got more stuff to burn for the solo pit. There's all that container. Yes, we use an old door as a tabletop, recycling it that way. And there's the firewood I use for the bonfire. Solo. And looking back at the house, yes, we've got, there's another azalea bush growing in the background. Some daffodils in front of it. The azaleas look just beautiful this year. I'm glad I've been able to see them in their beauty. There's looking up at the cherry tree, which is doing really, really well this year. Can't wait till it comes green, but we just have to get through the flowering part, and it's just a couple days, so it will be very, very beautiful. And let's take a look to this side yard. And here we go. There's the trellis, and there's a rose of Sharon, another hydrangea, which you can see all the new growth coming out on it. And we're going to walk by the wild azalea right here, which is doing really good too. Lots of little tiny growth on it coming too. And a couple of containers. And there's a azalea bush here, which is usually our last one to bloom in the backyard. Some more garlic and our gardenia. And Alfea is doing pretty well. There's a bunch of new growth on it, getting taller again this year. And as I just wanted to show you, our backyard has got lots of new growth. Yes, I've got a lot of weed eating to do, but the bees have been using it, the flowering plants, to do their own type of fertilizing for the yard. There's that rose bush again. It will be yellow. It'll be just a few more weeks before it all comes out. Oh, this is so beautiful. Pretty white. Pretty white. And that's a beautiful look and view of our backyard. And I just wanted to be able to share it today with everyone. Thank you.